Well, I decided to do some Q&A videos. I'll still show you some nice fish pics as we move through the video. In fact, here's one now. This one I caught on a spinnerbait. Anyway, I've gotten a lot of good questions on my channel, but the majority of the people have sent them to the private message area. And if you don't know where that is, if you go to someone's YouTube channel, you click on the About tab, and on the right hand side you can send them a private message. I don't know why people are sending questions there. Maybe they're embarrassed to ask public questions, but I don't know. I don't want anybody to worry about getting ripped for asking a question, because that's what this channel is about. It's about asking questions and about not only me giving my input, but I want the other people who watch this channel to give their input too. So don't be afraid to post a question on any of my videos. I will always answer it. Anyway, this question is, I won't give his name either. It's about hitting target spots on small rivers. And the question goes, I fish a small river and the majority of the river is shallow. However, there are some nice deeper holes that I can't always reach because the current takes my lure away from these holes. How can I reach these spots? Great question. And the first thing to the solution is, number one, carry enough tackle with you, enough lure so that you have a wide array, so that you can try different tactics to reach these holes, and have the knowledge of your lures to know which one would be best appropriate to reach the target holes. So you'd have to try different lures. So each river current situation is different. So if you caught fish one way in the current and then you move to another part of the river, you might have to change your tactics and your lures to fit the new situation. Anyway, I have a perfect video here at the end to show you what I'm talking about. And before I explain the situation in my video, I want to address something that you're going to see in the video, and that is litter. Stop littering. If you see somebody littering, let them know about it. Isn't it nicer to go down to a river where there isn't, worm containers and drink containers and all that kind of junk all over the place? Anyway, I think what happened in what you're going to see in this video is that about 4 or 5 days before I shot this, we had a torrential rain. And as you know, rivers are the lowest part of the area. You can only go uphill from a river. So what I think happened was that rain washed a lot of the junk down and into the river, and then it got caught in this log jam that you'll see. So here's the situation. I'm fishing a small river loaded with smallmouth, largemouth, and pike. And the area, most of the area around me was only about a foot deep. It was really shallow. But there was a log jam that I knew had a deep hole or two under it. And you'll see in the video that there's a log running parallel just before the log jam. And it's, you can't even, the water gets dark beneath it, so I knew it was a little bit deeper in that area. And I knew there had to be a predator fish in there somewhere. So the current of the river in the video goes from my right to my left. And the lure I started with allowed me to get right next to the log, but then when I would start my retrieve, it pulled the lure directly away from it. So my lure was presented properly, but only for about a second or two before it returned to the shallow water. So I switched to a KVD 1.5 square bill crankbait and used that to stay right in the strike zone. And you'll see that since the lure floats when it's not retrieved, I was able to ride it right along this log. And then instead of pulling it in and pulling it out of the water and casting again, I would just stop my retrieve and let it float back with the current and into the target zone again. And you'll actually see me let out more line to get further into that strike zone. And this situation is a particular situation. This isn't always going to work, and that's why you have to assess what is best to use to get to the target zone. So, here's another good pick, and here's the video.
Okay.